नाही होत आहे तो. टच आहे, चालू नाही झालंय.
चेअर किती रवी सर चेअर किती सांगितले?
चेअर 3 लावा.
3 ना?
3 लावा, 3 जास्त असतात.
झालं.
हे काहीच नाही आहे. याकडे काही नसतं. अरे हे का असं केलं आम्ही?
ते त्याला कसं ठेवून द्या.
हे असं कसं केलं? दिसतं नको. इकडे कसं
चल आलो मी.
Great guy, Mr. Amrit Deshmukh. I feel privileged to welcome you all for the guest lecture on the 7 habits of highly effective leaders. I would like to request our principal madam to welcome our guest.
Sure.
Thank you and good morning.
Good morning.
You should have breakfast. Good morning.
Good morning.
Alright. So welcome to Mr. Amrit Deshmukh, a youth icon, a social entrepreneur, a TEDx speaker, and an inspiration for the next generation. Thank you for coming, accepting our invitation this morning, and symbolizing reading and Readers' Day. So we welcome you on behalf of the management of Srimati Kapila Khanwala College of Education. We also, faculty, staff, non-teaching, teaching, and our students extend a warm welcome to you. We hope that this is the beginning of many things, and our students can become part of your journey that you have begun to revolutionize the way we think. Okay, please be seated, sir. Before I hand over the honors back to the organizers, I want to appreciate the library department and Mrs. Deepali and the IQAC in charge, Sheetal Zalde, Dr. Sheetal Zalde, for putting this together, because even though the day is over, they persisted in saying that why not, reading is something, it is a part of life, it's not for one day. So why not we invite Mr. Deshmukh and get our student teachers inspired? Because if our student teachers do not read, I don't see any hope for the next generation. So to get you into that small, beautiful habit of reading, we have with us somebody who has got something brilliant to share. The small booklet that he has brought out is on 7 effective habits of reader, and I just opened one line and I saw he's known as the booklet guy. He has tremendous achievements which I'm not going to say. Somebody who is going to introduce him will share with you all that. But I want you all to know that today is a day to take away something for your life. And that will change your children's life. Your children, I mean your own maybe blood relation children, but also your own school children who will become a part of your life. So he's as young as you, but we have to learn from all age groups. And there is no, as he said when I was talking to him, there is no notion that age and wisdom do not go together. So, there is this, wisdom in the mouth of babes. For me, he looked like that, young and very young for me. but he was talking very profound things. And I felt here is the connect. I'm sure some old person coming and telling you read is not going to inspire you as much as Amrit is going to do that. And I know he's going to do it with that much passion, because otherwise he wouldn't have started this movement. And I hope he will share this movement with us. It will become an infection for us, and all of us will read and become a part of this movement. And so I hand over the mic to Vipali. Carry on. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Hearty welcome, sir. I would like to call Dr. Sheetal ma'am, IQAC coordinator, to introduce our guest speaker.
Good morning, one and all. It's my proud privilege to introduce the guest speaker of the day, Mr. Amrut Deshmukh, popularly known as Booklet Guy. When it comes to his academic background, he calls himself an outdated chartered accountant. He has authored a book titled The 7 Habits of Highly Effective Readers. He's a TED Talk speaker and awarded as Youth Icon 2020. Mr. Amrut Deshmukh is on a mission to make India read. The purpose is to cultivate the habits of reading amongst the youth of India. He reads for India. How does he do that? For that, you need to meet him and listen to him. The average reading speed of most of us is 150 words per minute. But when it comes to our speaker, he has increased his reading speed to 1200 words per minute. He reads almost one book every day, and till now 1,853 books he has already completed, and I'm sure the number has already increased because
Plus one in the morning.
+1 in the morning, yes. So you can imagine his speed of reading. So today he has 40 lakh young readers who are enthusiastically reading books with him on his free mobile app called Booklet. And when it comes to this app, you will be surprised when you download this app. You need to take some action on reading, and your intention for reading only then you will be able to log into this app. His is the only successful social startup with no external funding. In Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam's book on India 2020, he talks about his dream to see India as a developed nation. The Booklet Guy, our guest speaker today, strongly believes that his mission is one step towards making this dream come true. A very warm welcome to you, sir, from all of us, and I'm sure we all are eagerly waiting to listen to sir. So without spending much time, I'm handing over the session to sir.
How many of you have read more than 4 books in last 1 month? Not your academic books, policy books, other kind of books. It could be Harry Potter, Sidney Sheldon, Robin Sharma. Anybody? 4 books in last 1 month? Wow, can you name your book?
I read Sapiens.
Wow, you all know what I read.
Then, yeah. For assignment also I had to read one book because I was an English professor, so I had read Swami and Friends. And then I read Pride and Prejudice again. It was a repeat, but I read. And
What's her name?
no,
What's her name?
Priyadarshini.
Priyadarshini. Big hand to Priyadarshini. Yeah. Which books?
I read 1,000 Splendid Suns.
Wow.
And then The Three Mistakes of My Life by Jason Miller. Then It Ends With Us, Volume 4. And then I read Regretting.
Regretting. By? What's her name? Sarah. Awesome, Sarah. Wow. Okay, 2 hands raised. Fiction lovers in the room. Okay, I'll slightly change the question. How many WhatsApp jokes did you read in last month? Don't raise your hand. And when I say WhatsApp jokes, it includes Instagram, everything. Hobbies, everything. Okay. Many people say that the youth of India is not reading anymore. I don't agree. We are reading, but we are reading this non-productive stuff. Alia Bhatt DJs, jokes on Papu. Yeah. I'm Amrut Deshmukh, social entrepreneur, also known as booklet guy. We'll come to know why. Approximately 6 years ago, as a chartered accountant, I was born and brought up in Mumbai and made to believe that there is nothing more important than money in life. So I believed that, and I started chasing money. I thought stock market में बहुत पैसा रहता है, फटाफट रहता है, so I wanted to stock market. Actually started making a lot of money. Small car getting converted to bigger car, then a chauffeur-driven car. फिर तो जब promotion होता है तो अचानक तो माथेरान, महाबळेश्वर suddenly become cheap destinations. You have to go to Mauritius and Switzerland and upload those photos on Instagram so that you know indirectly say मैं भी जाके आया थे. Yeah, fat salary. I think my last gross salary was 2.5 lakh rupees a month. So I was a fund manager. Fund manager क्या करता है? बड़े-बड़े जो अमीर लोग रहते हैं, विजय माल्या, नीरव मोदी were my clients and friends. Not anymore. मैं इसलिए मैं बाहर हूँ और वो लोग शायद अंदर जाएंगे. But there was one thing that was badly missing in my life. That was respect. So the fund manager as an advice next day is rising sun. That was supposed to be the last day of my life. Of course, it was not. And it was 8 o'clock in the evening. I was sitting in the living room on the sofa set. I got up to get the things which are required to hang myself. Walk 3 steps. 1, 2, 3. और घर के लाइट चले गए. रात के 8 बजे थे. तो अभी कैसे करेंगे? How to find those things which are required? हम रोज तो मरते नहीं हैं. So I walked back 3 steps again and sat on the same couch. And I remembered the words of my elder brother. I was not an avid reader since childhood. I used to hate books. In fact, till 6th standard, I firmly believed that Anonymous is a name of that man is bigger ever. So Greek, it's a Greek नाम लगता है. Asterius, Anonymous, ऐसा मुझे लगा. That I was a stupid reader, I would say. But thanks to my elder brother, मेरा भाई 12 साल से बड़ा है मुझसे. So more of a fatherly figure and less of a fighter sibling. हमें वैसा भाई बहन का झगड़ा नहीं किया. वो जो बोलेगा वो चुपचाप सुनने का. And he used to play a trick on my birthdays. Just few days before my birthday, he used to call all my friends and their parents and literally warned them that nobody will get toys, fancy dresses, and board games as birthday gifts for a birthday. If you want to give something, give only books. In short, I never enjoyed my birthdays. We surrounded with books, no toys to play. For the first time, I got introduced to Harry Potter, Tenali Raman, Akbar Beaver, Vikram Vedar, Robin Hood, Alice in Wonderland, Malgudi Days, Sherlock Holmes, Nancy Drew. And I fell in love with stories. I won't claim that I became an avid reader because as children we love those big font, size text, and great pictures. Yeah. I think the turning point came after my 10th exams. मैं टाइम पास कर रहा था समर वेकेशन में मेरा भाई वापस आया with a serious face and his hand was behind his back. बोला अब ये क्या बोलेगा नया कंडीशन क्या डालेगा and he said Abrut, now you are growing up, you have appeared for 10th exams, you should start reading non-fiction. I said वो क्या होता है non-fiction? As an innocent child I thought that books were only stories and fantasy. I said, no. There are thousands of books out there which do not have stories in them, but you get to learn a lot from these books. And I said that what was I doing for the last 10 years in school? I was learning. Why learn again? And he said, no, these things are not taught in schools and colleges. I said, why? That was the shock of my life. I believe कि सब कुछ स्कूल में सिखाया जाता है और कुछ बचता नहीं है सीखने को. And he said, I don't know, I don't have the answer for this. Maybe he was too young to answer this difficult question. And he gifted me my first non-fiction or self-help book of my life. And that was Rich Dad Poor Dad for Robert Kiyosaki. I'm sure you must have heard about it. And I finished that book within 2 days. I was so hooked to it. And I went mad and angry on my parents and teachers. कि 10 साल के एजुकेशन में मुझे किसी ने बताया भी नहीं कि that money is a science. मुझे लगता था as a child that these rich people, Bill Gates, Shahrukh Khan, उनका brain अलग तरीके से wired होता है, and that's why they end up making so much money. But this author says something completely different. And you just have to understand the principles, the science of money. It's a blueprint, the rules of money, that what is passive income, what is active income. You focus on active income. They work for money. If they don't go for work and get bedridden for 1 month, the cash will stop. Rich people, they initially work for money and they make money work for them. They invest, and those investments create cash flow so that even if they go on vacation for 1 year and come back, their money has increased. And I'm like, wow, I've missed something big in my last 10 years of education. That is important, but it is not complete. I should start my own parallel education, informal education from these books. And then came The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari, Robin Sharma, Chanakya Niti. Have you heard this book called How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie? How many of you have heard? How to Win Friends and Influence People? Yeah, very good. Okay. Thank you, to be honest. If you haven't read this book, मैं बोलूँगा अपने लाइफ में पाप किए हैं. You've committed a sin. It's a must read at least once in your lifetime. It's a Bible to me. By the way, I'll be referring many books when I talk for next 40 minutes. So, a boy or girl who gives me maximum number of book names at the end of the talk will get a surprise gift from me. So, you can remember, you can write it down, it's up to you. Alright? And you're the only boy in the room. Yeah? Or 2 boys. Sorry. But I really envy you. You are only the 2 in the college? Wow. It was awesome. I'm so jealous.
They don't have time to read. They won't get that to read.
Really? Likewise. Sorry?
Yes, some errors there.
Well, as professors, yeah. But they are on this side of the table. Yeah, so the contest is on now. I'm not going to repeat the names. Coming back to, I realize the more I know, the more I come to know that there is a lot that I don't know. Coming back to the day when I was supposed to die, and I bolta tha, whenever you are stuck up with the question, what next? Read random. जिसे read random, ज़्यादा दिमाग मत लगा, जो मिल रहा है वो पढ़. There was one book lying on the right side of the sofa. I picked it up. I did not check the cover because he said read random. I switched on the flashlight of my mobile because it was dark, lights were there, and I started reading. It was Krishna and Balram going through a forest. It was getting dark, so Krishna says to Balram, you know Balram is the elder brother of Krishna, and he says, Abhi, it's a risky area, let's not go to sleep together. I'll go to sleep and you keep a guard on us. Once you get tired, we will switch the roles. Balram says, cool. तो cool नहीं बोला होगा, संस्कृत में बोला होगा. The book was in English. And Krishna goes to sleep. Balram is walking to and fro. A monster comes and yells at Balram. Balram gets scared and the monster increases in size and Balram shrinks in size because that gives confidence to the monster. वापस वो चिल्लाता है, वापस बलराम छोटा होता है, वो राक्षस बड़ा बड़ा होते जाता है. At such a point where Balram is so scared and he screams Krishna and faints down on the ground. Krishna mistook that my brother has called my name. जब तेरी बारी मैं सो रहा हूँ, मैं थक गया हूँ. So Krishna this time starts walking. The same monster looks at a new face. He uses his old trick again and yells. But this time, Krishna calmly looks at him and says, "क्या चाहिए? What do you want?" And that gives a big setback to the monster. And this time, monster shrinks in size and Krishna grows big. He gives another attempt. Again, वो बोलते क्या चाहिए? वो क्या टाइम पास कर रहे हैं? Krishna says. And the monster becomes a small rat size. गोटी जितना हो जाता है छोटा. And Krishna picks him up, ties a knot to his goti, and goes to sleep. The next day, both the brothers resume their journey, and obviously Balram recollects the right man and he said, "You know, yesterday what happened? You had almost killed me. There was a huge monster there." Krishna said, "Wait a little bit. Are you talking about him?" Balram says, "Yes, but how come he's so small?" And the epic message, Ved Vyas, you know all the stories from Gita Mahabharata. Ved Vyas wanted to say that face what you must face. The monster was just a metaphor of the problems and challenges of your life. If you don't face them, try to escape or avoid them, that problem will become bigger than you and that problem will gain control over you. But if you face what you must face, you become bigger than the problem and you gain control over it. And these lines flashed like Akashvani in that dark room, and that bad, ugly thought of self-sabotage never came back in my mind. It lasted for one full minute. I know how it feels when you see death right in front of you. I can clearly empathize with Sushant Singh Rajput. He took the step, I did not, because thanks to a book that saved my life. But also thanks to Maharashtra Electricity Board. So लाइट नहीं जाती तो शायद आज कोई और गेस्ट आज यहाँ होता. So I decided कि भाई बोलता था तो सही बोलता था, एक तो बच गया उधर एक बुक की वजह से. Then again started reading lot of books, half read, unread, gathering dust on the bookshelf, read random. वो खत्म हो गए, I borrowed from my neighbors, my friends. Although I was reading random, there are many books, biographies and autobiographies of great world leaders like Mahatma Gandhi, Swami Vivekananda, Martin Luther King Jr., Shivaji Maharaj, Mother Teresa, Dr. Kalam. And I realized why I failed in my 3 previous startups. I found the answer. It was not that time I did not work hard enough, or the ideas were not great, or the marketing strategy went wrong. Neither of these reasons. The main reason was the question I asked myself whenever I started a new venture. And the question was, what's in it for me? My progress, my wealth, my bank balance, my profits, my happiness, my goals, my dreams. It was all selfish, me. And these people, जिनको लोग मरने के बाद 100 साल तक याद कर रहे हैं, वो महात्मा गांधी used to say, the best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. And I was thinking exactly the opposite. आज गांधी जी का अगर ट्विटर हैंडल होता, तो शायद ट्विटर कोलैप्स होता, because of oversubscription.
Correct.
Right? And these people are talking about others. Leadership is about others and less of oneself. There is something called servant leadership. Our national leader is practicing that. Although I don't want to be sounded like political. And I said I was so wrong. Yeah. I have to start giving and not just taking. So whatever I do next, maybe my fourth starter, there let money come as a byproduct of my passion. Wealth maximization should not be the primary object. पैसा कमा के देखा क्या हुआ मरने जा रहा था मैं. Excessive money was killing me. I had lost great friends in my life because I was chasing money. पूरा दिन stock market. Luckily, on the very next day, I got a call from my CA friend. We used to study together for CA, and he was watching me depressed. Devdas बनके बैठा है, not socializing, not participating in festivals. I was locking myself inside the room for weeks and months because there is loss of self-esteem when you are depressed. लोगों को face करना बहुत शर्म आता है. Failure, I'm a failed man, a failed partner. And just to help me pull out of depression, he said, "Amrut, एक picture है ये बाहुबली, चल देखने जाते हैं." मैं बोला पागल है क्या? इधर लगी पड़ी लाइफ की 3 साल फेल हो गए, वो मुझे छोड़ के गई और तुझे पिक्चर की पड़ी है. He said, "Don't worry, Amrut, I'll buy the tickets for you." I said, "Okay, I'm ready." Once a CA, always a CA. So we reached the movie theater 15 minutes before the show time. Perhaps we overestimate the traffic jam. In fact, that's a habit, I think. Today I was 2 hours early before time. तो क्या करेंगे? 15 मिनट टाइम पास. We were not interested in shopping, and because of my mental state, I was not interested in the other attractions of the mall. The two men can empathize with me. So I was reading a book that week, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey. Again, a best-selling, broken all the records. अभी तक उसका record किसने छोड़ा नहीं. Converted into 45 languages of the world, millions of copies sold. And the book was quite fresh in my mind, so I casually narrated him those 7 habits. 15 minutes. वो क्या होता है? With my personal examples. He was so impressed by my narration. He said, "Amrut, the way you explain these 7 habits of this author, I felt I read the book without touching it. You are a great explainer." I got the main message what the author must be trying to tell in the book. I said, "Thank you. Can you help me out?" So how can I help you to read books? तेरी आंखें, तेरा time और तेरा book. Suppose I can lend you books. No, wait. Do you take any notes in your diary after you read these great books? I'm sure you must be reading best-selling books. He said, "Yes, I have this habit of scribbling, taking notes, bullet points, summaries." हाँ, तो उसका photo मुझे WhatsApp पे भेजा कर, so that your reading habit can benefit me. This was the second Akashvani of my life. Wow, my reading habit can benefit him. I love reading. That's my passion. और वो करते करते अगर मेरे दोस्त का फायदा हो, so I'll be all the more motivated to read more. Mark Twain has said in one of his books, the 2 most important days of your life. First, the day on which you are born, and second, the day on which you come to know why you were born. That second day was perhaps my Bahubali theater day, where I got this idea from my friend. Picture शुरू हुआ. He got busy, he started enjoying the movie. But because of my altered state of mind now, I was so excited to work on this idea. I found this blockbuster movie called Bahubali, utter nonsense and boring. वो क्या बॉडी बिल्डर उड़ रहा है पहाड़ पे, वो सब साइड में वो उड़ रही है, क्या फालतू चल रही है सब. I was so restless. Because I have read one of the books called College to Startup by Venkatesh Iyer. College to Startup, very interesting book. One of the chapter names is Ideas are useless. So ऐसा क्या बोल रहा है? Ideas are useless. We say ideas change the world. No. Ideas don't change the world. Execution of ideas change the world. वरना thousands of ideas come to our mind on a toilet seat every day. How many of us actually work on those ideas once we're out of the toilet? That is important. Ideas don't change the world. I said he's so right. ये idea में कुछ नहीं है. Have to work on it. Yeah, I was waiting for the interval to happen. Light जल गए. उसकी बाइक की चाबी, मेरे दोस्त की बाइक की चाबी मेरी जेब में थी. I lied to my friend that I want to pee and I escaped from the theater. उसकी बाइक लेके भाग गया. Whole night I spent on internet, did not sleep. ऐसा कोई कर रहा है क्या? So these great books which are not part of our school and college syllabus, but we know how important they are when you have to face the real world. Yeah? Think and Grow Rich, 5 AM Club, Psychology of Money, so many books. And in this, when I started studying on these habits, reading habit, I saw a lot of similarity between exercise and reading. They both do not give you any instant gratification. There is no immediate result. You said it in the game a few minutes ago. It's a long term, it's delayed gratification. You understand the meaning of gratification? The benefit, the result. There is no instant result here. No, you go to the gym, do those 300 crunches, 1000 rope jumps for 4 months, come back, look at the mirror, वो जब भी वैसे की वैसी ही रहेगी. Forget about 6 packs. Yeah? The results come after 1 year, 1.5 years. एक book पढ़ के आप चाणक्य नहीं बनने वाले. It's book after book after book after book. But today's world is instant gratification world. The test match of 5 days, तो 1 day का T20 हो गया. 4 hours, खेल खलास. Yeah, you don't have to wait in a waiting line in your favorite restaurant. Just taka, and the Swiggies and Zomatos are at your doorstep with great food. Want a car ride? Taka, and Olas and Momos are at your service. Right, swipe, and you're on a date. Yeah. Yeah, if the teachers understand the joke, then there's a problem. No, you can upgrade yourself. There's no harm in upgrading yourself. They know what I'm talking about. So, how can I bring instant gratification in reading? How about making some 15-20 minute summaries of these great books? If you get started but don't reach the last page. Yeah? And I realized that books and reading habits are two different things. They are not synonymous. It's like having dumbbells at home and lifting those dumbbells are two different things. So my job was to cultivate reading habit amongst my friends, not just provide them free books or free book summaries. So how do I get started? A chartered accountant, a non-IT guy who doesn't know how to develop an app or a website. मुझे तो जावा का फुल फॉर्म भी नहीं पता था. बाद में पता चला जावा का कोई फुल फॉर्म नहीं होता है. So I was stuck. But the golden words of my elder brother, whenever you are stuck up with the question, what next? What to do? Read random. And I stumbled upon a book called, am I going off the screen on YouTube?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry guys. I stumbled upon a book called Acres of Diamonds by Russell Conwell. Very old book. Very interesting name. He says, constraint inspires creativity. आपको लगता है constraint is a problem. Lack of resources, lack of money, lack of IT knowledge is a constraint. No. He says constraints are beautiful. If you decide to take action within the resources which you already have, जो मेरे पास है, उसको मैं इस्तेमाल करके कैसे आगे बढ़ूँ? You force your brain to think creatively, and soon you realize that acres of diamonds are right there in your backyard. Have you watched in the lockdown? I have many bodybuilder friends who are, championship खेलते हैं national level पे. And in lockdown, the first attack was on gyms. The gyms were closed for days and months. These guys started going mad, and they started making use of things which are available at home to exercise. जो पहले उनको नहीं सुना. Water buckets and dumbbells, pull-ups on the doors, which I never thought of before when the gyms were open. But now they were forced to think creatively because though there was constraints are beautiful. So I got the meaning of what the author is trying to say. I said, okay, so what if I don't know how to do coding and IT knowledge? At least I have WhatsApp, and everybody's on WhatsApp. Yeah, everybody's on WhatsApp. And my new message, my altered state of mind said that I just have to give and not expect anything in return. WhatsApp seemed to be a perfect platform. And in those days, Dr. Kalam had just passed away, APJ Abdul Kalam. So as a tribute to him, I summarized his book, Wings of Fire, Agnipath. made a nice 20-minute summary of it, and shared it with 10 of my close friends on WhatsApp. And asked them, पढ़ो, अच्छा लगा तो दोस्तों को भी भेजो, मेरा WhatsApp नंबर दे दो, बुक खरीदो अगर अच्छी लगे तो. And you know what? To my surprise, within 1 week, I got 1,000 requests from unknown people who were not my direct friends. They were my friend of friends. So word of mouth, it got spread, and that boosted my confidence. I said, wow, the idea is working. And I named it as Mission Make India Lead. This time it's a mission, not a selfish business. I borrowed this word from Swami Vivekananda, who was on a mission to spread Vedanta philosophy in the world. You know his famous speech in Chicago, Brothers and Sisters. And I made a formal promise to all these 1,000 people that every Wednesday, till my last breath of my life, you will get a summary, a 20-minute summary of a preferably best-selling book which I read that week. And everybody said, wow, we would love to have this. And the number started growing. There were 50,000 people just within 1 month. I was dancing, wow, I love reading. पूरा दिन मेरा काम यही था, पढ़ो, summary बनाओ, WhatsApp पे भेजो. Full day I was on WhatsApp. I was thoroughly enjoying the journey. And one day I thought I should ask people, did you read my last week's summary? I asked those 50,000 people. Out of those 50,000, 1,000 people I asked, did you read my last week's summary? 80% of them said no. नहीं वो तेरा लंबा है मैसेज थोड़ा और छोटा करना वीकेंड में पढ़ूंगा I was busy with my boss, I was busy with my wife, all stupid casual answers, excuses. I was busy with my friend's wife. It's nonsense answers. You guys are laughing? I cried that day. Come on. The whole idea was that because you don't get time to read these fat books, I am here to help you through these 20-minute summaries. आपको वो पढ़ने का भी आलस? Cool. I will read out for you. And I decided to buy a nice microphone like this one and record those summaries in my voice. पढ़ना नहीं है तो at least सुनो. Yeah. But something was preventing me from recording the first summary in my voice. A Maharashtrian guy with his Marathi accent in English, we all have this mother tongue influence in a foreign language like English. I had this inferiority complex. So suppose the ideal pronunciation is fundamental. I used to say fundamental. Yeah, water. You're supposed to roll your tongue on R. R, water. We say water. Market. You pronounce and don't pronounce R. Right? Market. So I had this inferiority complex that way people laugh at me, at my reading style. I'm not a reading jockey or a voiceover artist. And I was not recording my first audio summary. And I was stuck. And you know what I do. Whenever I'm stuck, what do? Read randomly. And I stumbled upon a book called How to Be an Imperfectionist by Stephen Geese. What an interesting name. How to be an imperfectionist? हमारे पेरेंट्स टीचर्स बचपन से बोलते बी परफेक्ट करना है तो परफेक्ट काम करो वरना करो ही मत ऐसा बोलते हैं ना I still remember I had scored 99 marks in science when I was in 7th grade and I was so excited to share this good news with my father. My father is a farmer. He was expected at 6 o'clock in the evening on his Bajaj Chetak scooter और बालकनी में खड़ा था पिताजी आ गए and I shouted बाबा मला 99 मिळाले सायन्स मध्ये Baba stopped his scooter, looked at me and said, "Take one kude gela." Because I'm not complaining. He's a loving father. Again, there is nothing called perfect parenting. It's an art. The author says exactly the opposite. You know what he says? He says, imperfect action is better than perfect inaction. I repeat, imperfect action is better than perfect inaction. Perfection is the enemy of progress.
Yes.
Done is better than perfect. How many of you watch YouTube videos? Don't raise your hand. I know, what a lack of question is this? How many of you have YouTube channel? Jarod, you have? What kind of channel is it?
BA Physics.
Physics, very good. Ma'am, you have a channel?
I have
Not active. Okay. Only 2 YouTubers in this room. How many you have? Very good. 3. I asked you. Your daughter is not here. Okay. So 3 in this room. We must be 50, 60 here right now. What is the ratio? Less than 1%. How much is the investment to make a video? Rupee terms. Just take out your mobile and just start shooting. Yes or no? What is stopping you? Everybody must be having some skill, some passion. Somebody must be great at PowerPoint, kickboxing. What are you good at? What is your passion? Tell me. Anybody? Guitarist, singing, dancing? No? कुछ तो passion रहेगा? Huh? You said physics, right? That means you like physics. That's why you started the channel. Anyone? What's your passion? Sports. Badminton. Okay. So what is stopping you from starting a YouTube channel to talk about badminton? No, maybe it cannot be a perfect person, right? But what is stopping you perfection? लोग मेरे पे हंसेंगे, मैं तो इसमें अच्छी नहीं हूँ, whatever. As a girl had approached me, she got info also. I get excited, you take it down. एक लड़की आई थी, she got inspired from my mission and said that I want to start a vocabulary mission like you. You are on mission Visionary. I want to enrich vocabulary of Indians. I said how? I'll share one word every day and start a YouTube channel. Very good. Let's get started right now. And I removed the mobile and started shooting. Wait. अभी नहीं. उन्होंने मेरा थोड़ा वजन ज़्यादा है. थोड़ा 3 महीने में घटाओगे और थोड़े पिंपल जाएंगे ना. फिर मैं वीडियो बनाऊंगी. said अच्छा. I took a pause and I asked her, who's your favorite singer? Said बादशाह. Said अगर बादशाह ने जब उसका पहला वीडियो डाला था डीजे वाले बाबू, did you think about ये ना थोड़ा कम होना होगा तो I would have liked it more? No, man. So as producers we think differently and consumers people think differently. कोई तेरा चर्बी नहीं देखने वाला है, पिंपल्स नहीं देखने वाला है, you are giving something value. You are enriching their vocabulary. Don't think about it. You are procrastinating because you want to be perfect. Perfection is the enemy of progress. And Google adds fuel to the fire. Google, there is no limit to information. You just keep gathering information and don't take any action. Googling is not action. It's just collecting information. Right? So I said, okay, at least I can speak in English. It's okay, forget about the accent. I agreed with the author. I summarized the same book, How to Become a Perfectionist, and recorded in my voice for the first time and shared it with all those 50,000 people on WhatsApp. And nobody laughed at me. And I learned that 90% of the fears are just imagination. They don't materialize. Of course, the audio was way away from perfection. It was boring, monologue. It is not how I am speaking today. I've learned the storytelling techniques over a period of time. It was like the DD news channel. बोलते ना ऐसे. Hi, I'm Amrut Deshmukh. I'm a booklet guy. Today's book is fumbling and all the lack of confidence, no voice modulation. And I asked him, don't you feel like laughing at me? It's so boring. I have a sister in US, happily married. She had come to India for vacation. So मैंने उसी वक्त में दौरान मैंने first audio record किया था. So I played it on speaker mode and said that I'll go to the kitchen and make some tea for you and come back. By the time I came back, she was asleep. खराटे मारे थे वो. It was that boring. But you know what they said? We don't feel like laughing at you. You are a chartered accountant, would have gone to Dubai, Canada, and made billions of dollars there. You are now trying to walk the path which is least traveled. हमको भी ऐसा कुछ करना था अलग, out of the box, पर maybe in the name of responsibilities किया नहीं. Now we see ourselves in you. Yes, the audio was not great, but we have a feedback for you. See exactly the things that happened that the author said in the book. And they said कि थोड़ा pitch को ऊपर नीचे करो, speed को कम ज़्यादा करो, add some music to keep us engaged. And this is how I learned by doing things. Doing is learning. I read this in a wonderful book called Instead of Education. You're all would-be teachers. Yes, am I wrong? Am I wrong? All would-be teachers?
Yes.
Great. This book is a must-read for you. Instead of Education by John Holt.
Oh, it's mentioned. Why children fail, I asked them to read.
Yes, how children fail. We think that learning and doing are two different things, two different phases. No, it's one. Doing and learning are not two different things. A girl wants to learn piano. Does she say, I'm learning piano, then I play piano? ऐसा होता है क्या? It's all same, right? Interlinked, right? But unfortunately, we are asked to sit within the four walls of the classroom for 10-15 years, learn, and then apply in the real world. As if classroom is not a real world. I wish मैं trigonometry के lectures पे सोता था, इतना boring था, मुझे लगता था कि मुझे dyslexia हुआ है क्या? I wish my trigonometry teacher in my 7th grade would have taken me out of the classroom to the nearby flyover bridge which was under construction then and told me that Amrut, sin, cos, theta principles are used here. If you don't use them properly, the bridge will collapse. I would have loved to learn trigonometry more by doing stuff there. Yeah? Doing is learning. Don't learn and then do. Alright? Doing is not learning. Listening is not learning. Doing is learning. And so, my audio summary was an instant hit. People started listening to my audio summaries while commuting in train, bus, while jogging, in Ola, while cooking. They used to keep on speaker mode and listen to me. And there were 5 lakh readers on our WhatsApp. Perhaps listeners. 80% of people listen. Then somebody started complaining, तू तो बोलता है मिशन मेक इंडिया रीड और तू तो सबको सुना रहे हो. I said, come on, let's go by the spirit. Don't go by the word.
Yes.
Just because the sense is changing from eyes to ears doesn't mean you are not gaining knowledge, right? Let's embrace technology now. And young boys and girls like you started approaching me that तू ना read random बोलता है पर तू भी ज़्यादा नॉन फिक्शन करता है. थोड़ा कभी रोमांस, थ्रिलर, ऐसे भी करना, love stories. I said yes, they're right. I'm not reading for myself anymore. I'm reading for India. So I have to sacrifice my personal taste. Then I started reading Chetan Bhagat, P.S. I Love You. Just imagine me narrating a story like 50 Shades of Grey, with lots of emotions and modulations. वो मैंने मेरी बहन को कभी नहीं सुना है. And then one day, I got a message from WhatsApp team. I got a message from WhatsApp that you are banned from using WhatsApp. So many messages are going from my mobile. They thought that I am doing some cheap marketing or spamming. मेरा number ही ban कर दिया उन्होंने. I went in panic. I approached few of my IT friends. देखो, I don't know मैं आपको क्या कितने पैसे दे पाऊँगा. I don't expect anything in return here. But every night I go to bed with a sense of fulfillment that I am making some meaningful contribution to my motherland. Change is happening nowadays, where young boys and girls on the college campus, they talk about Salman Khan's movie. They have also started talking. Have you read Atomic Habits by James Clear? It's a fantastic read. We would like to borrow from me. ये सब बातें होने लगी. Change is happening. I don't stand for book summaries. That is just a stupid excuse to keep books relevant in your daily routine. I stand for the higher purpose of reading habit. And that whole mission is based on my one single belief, a very strong belief that if I'm not reading, I'm not changing. And if I'm not changing, I am not growing. And because of this strong belief, I have a burning desire to cultivate the habit of reading amongst the youth of India, and hence mission making India read. Will you please help me to come out with a nice mobile app? People must be waiting for the next upload, for the next survey on Wednesday. See the power of unselfishness, the power of giving. These IT kids with zero experience, without charging a single rupee, help me to come out with a nice mobile app within 1 week and name it as Booklet.
Power of belief.
Power of belief. Booklet now, yeah, not instead of summary, because booklet is smaller version of book is called booklet. And today 40 lakh readers are part of this mission making diary. Reading books of the if they like it, they buy the book. और ऐसे लोग प्यार से बुकलेट गाय के नाम से जानते हैं गाय मतलब इंग्लिश वाला गाय and there are no irritating ads, there are no subscription fees, no donation button, absolutely free. It's a social startup and I'm a social entrepreneur. Unfortunately, free was the only way to make India lead. We don't think about buying a pizza for 500 rupees, but we think twice to buy a book for 200 rupees. That's unfortunate. So I thought, I should do it for free. As ma'am rightly said, if you go to Play Store and Apple Store and try to download the app, you won't be getting those 500 summaries at once. You will see a huge closed gate with a red color lock on it, and it requires a key to open the gate. Why? Why this condition? You have to find that key. Where is that key? Those 40 lakh people who are already part of the mission, inside the gate, they have created their own personal key. You have to find one out of 40 lakhs. Just to ensure that the right people are part of this mission. I'm not for everybody. Booklet guy is not a brand, booklet guy is not a celebrity. Booklet guy is a spirit that believes in the power of reading habit. और ना बाकी के attractive apps बहुत हैं. Yeah. Okay, so job is done. So Deepali ma'am has the key. Anybody has to join, you can share it. But मैं मेरा key नहीं दूँगा. Just to ensure that there is some seriousness to cultivate reading habit. One day at 11 o'clock at night, I got a call from a young girl, a very sweet voice, and she was saying, Amrut, I listened to all your booklets, you speak so well. I wait for every energy to download your audio, and the way you say bye-bye at the end of the summary, I just love it. मैंने सोचा कि आपको 11 बजे लड़के के साथ फ्लर्ट करेगा. So even I had to pull her leg and said, why do you always listen? Booklet app में text और audio दोनों है ना? कभी-कभी सुना करो, कभी-कभी पढ़ा करो. You know what she said? She said, Amrut, I'm blind. I can't read because I can't see. And I got goosebumps all over my body. Then, oh my God! मैंने सोचा ही नहीं, जब भी आया. That night, I went to bed as the most satisfied person in this world. और satisfaction मेरे को stock market में घंटा कभी नहीं मिला. I lost my mother 18 years ago. When I was quite young, and she had donated her eyes after her death. But I think I'm luckier than my mom that somebody can read books through my eyes while I'm alive. What else can I expect from that? That's the power of it. I had that blind girl with a very good friend later on, and she invited me to NAB, National Association for the Blind. I delivered a lecture there as a guest speaker, and at the end of the speech, she came backstage and gifted me a book. The name of the book was "Who Will Cry When You Die" by Robin Sharma. What a book! And the author tries to help us to find the answer to the most difficult question of our life: the why of our life, the purpose of our life, the reason to wake up in the morning, the ikigai of your life. It's not an easy task. दूसरों का why बोलना बहुत easy है, उसका बोलना बहुत मुश्किल है. I don't expect to find the purpose at this age, but the author helps us to do some exercise which will perhaps help you to find the purpose of your life. So imagine that you are dead, it's your funeral, चिता पे आग लग चुकी है, और whichever religion you follow and what the rituals. कुछ लोग खड़े हैं आपके funeral में. What is that one line or sentence that you want them to talk about you at your funeral? जो लोग खड़े हैं ना, वो क्या बातें करने चाहिए ऐसा आपको लगता है आपके मरने के बाद? I said, okay, let me try this. So I closed my eyes. First I closed the book, then I closed my eyes and imagine that मैं मर गया हूँ, चिता पे आग लग चुकी है, कुछ लोग खड़े हैं, कुछ ही थे पर थे. Is it okay if they say Amrut was a smart chartered accountant who helped thousands of his clients to convert black money into white? Gee, I don't want to hear this. I immediately stopped my CA practice on the same day. Because if I don't want to hear these words on my death, I should not be doing this even for the single day when I'm alive. Of course, CA is a dignified profession, I respect it, but मैं ये सब झोल कर रहा था. No, income tax officer को पैसे खिलाना, black to white, white to black. I need to stop this bad practice. I surrendered my practice certificate. But is it okay if they say this was the guy because of whom today millions of young Indians have started reading? He cultivated the habit of reading amongst the youth of India. It was his dream that one day India will be known as a nation of readers. उसने बोला था मरने से पहले. और आज हमारे प्राइम मिनिस्टर ने डिक्लेयर किया है फ्रॉम लाल किला that India is now a nation of readers. And a big yes came from him. And that has become the purpose of my life. I have devoted every breath of my life to cultivate reading habit amongst the youth like you boys and girls. Dr. Kalam spoke about his dream to see India as a developed nation. In his book India 2020, he wanted to see it as a developed nation. Unfortunately, he passed away before that. I believe Mission Make India Read is one step towards making his dream come true. In fact, I pity the young American. मुझे इसमें बहुत तरस आता है. He doesn't have a chance to make his motherland a developed nation, but we have it. We are still developing. So let's hurry up. Thank you so much for listening to me patiently. My story from CA to Facebook to Google guy. If you have any questions, I'm going to talk a little about certain habits of highly effective readers, which is my book. But before that, if you have any questions, please ask. कुछ भी पूछो चलेगा. Personal questions. I'm married to books, and I'm happy. Questions, please. No curiosity.
How did you increase your speed to this 6 months?
Yeah. Thanks for asking this. So that gives me the opportunity to talk about my book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective Readers. First, I'll tell one story behind this book. So I picked up unselfishness as my core human value. I learned it from Swami Vivekananda. So obviously, app free. There is no direct revenue from the app. When I wrote the book, I thought, how can I bring unselfishness in my book? So I haven't copyrighted my book. I believe copywriting and painting is selfishness. Although everybody may not agree with this. So young boys and girls like you from rural India started contacting me that Amrut, we love reading, we are passionate about it, but we can't afford to buy books. I said, okay, download booklet, I have सब कुछ free है, enjoy. You know what they said? They said, we have read each and every of your upload and we are desperately waiting for your next upload. I had no answer for such passionate but needy readers. My heart melted for such people. But now that I have written my own book, I have an answer. What I do is, I just appeal to all those 40 lakh people on Facebook, Instagram that, if you can afford, if you are from a well-to-do family, please buy this book for 250 rupees from me. If you can't afford, but you are keen to read this book, I'll give it for free. Simple appeal. Now look at the power of kindness. Like I said, I will help you to become the Robin Hood of books. अभी शुरू में क्या लगा सोचो कि हमने फ्री बोला तो सब लोग फ्री में मांगेंगे क्या? ऐसे एक कॉमन फियर रहेगा. That did not happen. Good people, affluent people, well-to-do people started paying me for 10 books and said that send only one to me, I want to give rest. 9 books का पैसा उन बच्चों के लिए use करो who can't afford to buy. See, kindness is there in everybody, but we should be the first one to show kindness. Coming to your question, ma'am. See, when reading and comprehension are not two different things. Reading is comprehension. So first meant that if I read fast, am I going to compromise with my comprehension? ऐसा नहीं है. In fact, speed is a friend of concentration. Those who drive can empathize with me. If I am driving at 40-50 speed, I easily get distracted. I keep changing the FM music. खिड़की खोलता हूँ, उसमें कौन बैठी है, उधर क्या है, सब दिखता हूँ. But if I am driving at a speed of 100-120 on Mumbai-Pune Express Highway, the stakes are high. I'm so focused. Sometimes I switch off the music. Yeah, because naturally speed बढ़ता है तो focus बढ़ता है. Just try to increase the speed of your YouTube if you are watching something interview. एक speed आप बढ़ा सकते हो नहीं 1.5, 1.25. You automatically lean forward and you have to be focused because now stakes are high. You can't afford to lose anything. So speed is a very good friend of concentration. तो करना क्या है? It's a technique, it's a skill, not a talent. Everybody can develop it. Tony Buzan is the father of speed reading. I learned from him. What you have to do is, if you are holding the book here, move it slightly away, couple of centimeters, and don't focus on each word. A word doesn't have a big picture meaning. A group of words, meaningful phrases have meanings. For example, I am talking to Deepali is the line in the book. If I isolate the word I, although it has a meaning, it doesn't have a big meaning. I. To समझ में आ रहा है. But I am talking. Now it is a meaningful phrase. It is giving you some more meaning. And another meaningful phrase to Deepali. Now suddenly it's a big picture. But unfortunately we are taught in school to focus on one word at a time. Read one word, then you understand more. No, you have to read group of words. तो आपको first word पे नहीं देखना है, direct third word पे देखना है या fourth word पे देखना है. And look at the meaningful phrases and see the picture on your mental canvas. Don't read these black symbols. You'll be shocked, man, to hear this. Reading is not natural to us. Our brain is not wired to read. That's why we all struggle. Everybody complains कि मैं पढ़ना तो शुरू करती हूँ पर बाद में नींद आ जाती है. How many of you doze off after reading 5 pages? Everybody, including me. How many of you doze off while scrolling Instagram feeds? Nobody. Don't lie. The point here I have to make is, our brain is made to see and not to read. So we have to ignore those black symbols, not get confused in those black symbols, but create a picture of what it's saying. So it's the meaning and not the words. Words are just messengers. Message is in the meaning of those phrases. I know it is very difficult to understand in just 2 minutes. It's a whole process. I am planning to come out with a course on speed reading. It will take another 2-3 months. So that will probably help. Yeah. Any more questions? I'll just share one habit here. Sorry?
You just mentioned that when we are stuck, read random. So what I feel is when I want to think creatively, and if I get some idea from somebody else, then I can only think in that direction. I can't just think creatively out of the box. So that idea just sticks to me. So why do you suggest that we should read random? Because then we cannot create our own.
Okay.
Like I feel talking to someone gives me more idea. I can think more creatively, I can imagine more, I can discuss and everything.
Right.
But if I read something and that is exactly what I want, but not, मतलब it is not creative, कुछ नया नहीं है, वही है जो जैसा मुझे चाहिए था.
Got it. Question?
Understand?
Yeah, I got a question. Shreya, very good question, Shreya. First, there is nothing original in life. Nothing. कहीं से तो दूसरे लोगों से हम सीखते हैं. You always learn from other people. If you think this poem that I wrote is original, no, it is borrowed from. Even every fiction has some reality basis. If I write a fictional book, कोई तो एक लड़का मैंने देखा होगा, लड़की ने उसको कैरेक्टर लेके then I dramatize it. So first, nothing is original. We are always inspired from real world. Okay. Second point, you take inspiration from fields which are nowhere related to your field. If you want to start a YouTube channel, that's an idea for her. Say a recipe channel. My sister wanted to start a recipe channel. The first advice I gave her, do not watch other recipe videos, Shilpa Shetty and all. Now, coming to your point, I'll be taking her ideas, I'll end up being her, and then I'll be lost in the crowd and I'll complain, nobody's watching my video. I don't stand up. Yeah? The point here is not to read or watch the people in my field, but other fields which are nowhere related to my field. I will take inspiration from juggler and take his ideas in my recipe video. अब ये किसी ने नहीं किया होगा. That's randomness.
So I was reading a book on, I forgot the name, it's about the management book. We read about the fail wall that all entrepreneurs use. So we are going to use the fail wall to train them for their lessons. So it was a random book that we
Okay. That's habit number 3. Thanks for asking this question. Read random is habit number 3 in my book. Randomness is the key of creativity. You know, 10-15 years ago, a man who came out with an idea of putting a camera in a mobile was sacked from his job for coming up with such a stupid idea. Can you believe? But I can empathize with the boss. It was two completely random things. Camera and mobile, क्या दिला देना है? There's a dedicated device I would have said to click करता है pictures अच्छे अच्छे. Who will be interested in taking pictures from their mobile? It's for calling and SMS.
Yeah.
But we know the reality today. We take more selfies than calling. It's randomness. Now let's extend this stupid idea to something else. How about putting a camera in a fridge? Crazy? Nonsense? Let's make some sense. Juvenile diabetes, child obesity is a common problem nowadays. 14 साल के बच्चों को diabetes हो रहा है. They're all working parents. How about putting a camera in a fridge where it takes pictures and videos whenever the child opens the door of a fridge and sends pictures to their parents in office so that they keep a check on the eating habits of their children at home. Now it makes sense. Why I am insisting on that? But intelligent people or logical people or so-called adult people don't like randomness. Randomness is the opposite of logic. बच्चों को देखो, 1 किलो में का पुर्जा दूसरे किलो में डालेंगे. Random. But intelligent people don't like
We
randomness.
use it, schooling does that.
Yes.
Schooling kills
Conditioning of that. I read Harry Potter पर अचानक चाणक्य, अचानक सुधामूर्ति, अचानक कोई serious book productivity करे. This is how I find patterns, and our brain is very good at finding patterns in this random thing. So तारे randomly spread है, but उसमें भी हम we find some figure. It's actually random. It's our imagination. Yes, yeah, got it. Yeah. One more question. We'll take that one first and then upload. Yeah.
You make audios and people are very people listening to you. Any idea or any research that you have conducted that is listeners become readers? From listening they know to reading.
Very good. I give full marks to reading and listening. They are almost same. You know why the common thing between reading and listening is you can sit down. Your imagination is on. Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay, you can come here and sit. Okay. Take it as a compliment that I consider as a student. You see, the fact that she asked a question, that means she accepts that she is a student right now, which is a big thing, right? Everybody is a student. So the moment I am on the podium and you are there, you are a student. Agreed. So, good. Yeah. So I appreciate your humility. Coming to the question, reading and listening both keeps our imagination on. Knowledge is not power, imagination is power, says Albert Einstein. Now the next obvious people ask is, तो अभी तो video summary कब शुरू कर रहे हैं? I will never start video summaries because video summary, the whiteboard animation या drama होता है ना, our imagination shuts down. We become zombies. Just go back of the TV and watch the people who are watching TV. उनके चेहरे देखो, they look like zombies. आजकल वो भी है ना, खाना खाते हो मोबाइल पे रहता है. उधर क्या आचार जा रहा है, क्या जा रहा है, पता नहीं रहता है. वो मक्खी भी जाएगी तो पता नहीं चल रहा है. Okay, so reading and listening are almost same, but I never advocate watching, especially drama. Interview you can watch. So now you are watching me, but actually it's listening. Na? There is no drama creation here. But if my Harry Potter was completely different in my imagination, वो इतना handsome नहीं था. मेरा झाड़ू भी अलग था, जिसपे वो उठता था. Right? So our imagination is very important because everything that you see around you, every innovative product, this speaker, this microphone, this clock, was an imagination in somebody's mind, and then it got manifested in the real world. So imagination is the first step towards curiosity. Curiosity leads to innovation and inventions. Agreed, ma'am. But it is high time. If I insist on these girls and boys who have to have this book in hand style of reading, they will run away from me. Let's embrace technology. It's too late now. Yeah. Yes.
Because that's my purpose.
Go ahead.
So, I see school education. I mean, where it is heading, I don't know. We are from education, but they keep children engaged in such a way into mundane things that they are left with little time to play, forget about reading. So, I mean, do you have any thoughts on, schools and how to bring in and improve reading habits in school children, because that is where habits are formed.
Yeah.
And they spend.
I would like to club this question with Deepali ma'am's concern which we spoke while we were having breakfast. That there is crowded cafes and empty libraries. She has to really struggle to grab your attention to the libraries. Even today, could be in the library. And I think this is a similar question, so I would like to take the liberty of clubbing the both the questions. And then she was also saying that, especially you were saying, you guys are demanding for notes and ready-made answers. And you're saying, nahi, aap bruto, aap khud ka answer banao. See, it's a very serious thing. At least I've read more than 10 books on this particular topic. Talking about attracting you guys in library. She said, मैंने ये किया, मैंने ये try किया, मैंने ये नया test करा. उनको बस इतने सारे activities है ना, तो ये कहाँ पढ़ेंगे? It's not about time. If you have time for Facebook, you have time for a book. Find out where they are going. These boys and girls are going on Instagram, on YouTube. Then bring your objective there. How about asking Shreya that you read a book, for example, 5 AM Club? 3-4 girls, a group, read that book and share one big idea that struck your head so hard. Wow, this is something awesome, and make a video of it and upload on Instagram. Now they will be dying to look for more views and likes, फिर comments आएंगे, फिर आपको पूछेंगे इसका reply में क्या दूँ, इस सब चक्कर में they will be lost. So we have to give those students what they want and solve our purpose accordingly. It's not to give us time. Convert the library into a cafe. If cafes are crowded, why not convert library into a cafe? Make it cool. और बुक्स रखो टेबल पे, वो बुक के साथ सेल्फी डालेंगे इंस्टाग्राम पे, वो चलेगा. What I'm saying is you have to tweak and defy the old image of a library which is a lot of strictness and fine if you return the book late and pin drop silence. इस सब को रिलैक्स करना है. इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि वो अभी जाके उधर चिल्लर के लिए मत करो. What I'm saying is find out what excites them and accordingly tweak it. Okay, if this was my library, make some changes here. Of course, it needs time and resources, but I'm very sure this will work. See, you can come out with ideas. ऐसा नहीं कि वो no man's land है. अगर आप malls पे जा रहे हैं, find out why they are going to the malls and theaters. Find that why and bring that why in you. There's no point in just blaming कि बच्चे आजकल कैसे कर रहे हैं. हम भी तो बच्चे थे, right? Yeah. Any more questions? Yeah. Before I take your question, so as I said, my book. If you think that 250 rupees is too much for you for your pocket, please feel free. I'll be happy to give the book for free. But if you think you can afford to buy it, please get it. But money should not be a problem to read my book. So that's Hamdul Abhi. I'm a social entrepreneur. Profit maximization is definitely not an objective, but I have to cover the costs. 40 lakh people using the app. There are cloud server rent, salary, IT fees, huge cost. So to cover that cost, my book is a major source of revenue. Yeah, please ask.
I just wanted to know if you're interested in reading mythology.
Yeah, 100%. Why not? It comes in read random.
Mention of one of the books.
I did not mention. Devdatta Patnaik is a very good friend of mine. Devdatta Patnaik, very good. Almost all the authors are now very good friends of mine. Ashwin Sagi, Devdatta Patnaik, Chetan Bhagat, Sudha Murthy. They all are friends. Yeah, I do read mythology. That book which you asked, which I spoke about, which saved my life, it was Gita for Children. Now see, had I not learned read random, I would have said, बच्चों का book क्या पढ़ना है? But that book turned out to save my life. बच्चों का बोलता है कि बच्चों का book क्या पढ़ना है? तो मैंने वो पढ़ी. Well, read random. Yeah, any more questions? I still share book summaries on WhatsApp. The ban was lifted later on. We requested to WhatsApp. कि देखो we are on a double intention. हम कोई cheap marketing नहीं कर रहे हैं. So they lifted the ban and I again started sharing book summaries on WhatsApp. So you can quickly note down my WhatsApp number and I'll be happy to share book summaries with you. It's 9594 7000 9594 7000 77. Repeat. 9594 7000 77. Just message me. This call mत देना. Message कर. I'm happy to share. If you want to get involved in the activities of Mission Making Diary, there are some very fascinating projects coming up as part of Booklet app and outside the app. You just need an internet and a laptop to work from home. You can get in touch with me through WhatsApp or else you can note down my WhatsApp email ID. It's bookletguy@gmail.com. bookletguy@gmail.com. By the way, the contest, I forgot. Who can claim that he or she has got the maximum number of books? Just give me the number. Count them. Even she was noting down. Anybody else can claim you have maximum number of books? 15? 19? Who says 19?
21.
21? Wow. 21 8? 21 2? 40? Hey bhai, मैंने तो बोला है. Book which I name. Not. What was the highest?
21.
21? You ऊपर कोई बोल रहा है? Really? I spoke about 21 books. Wow. Could you name people?
Nancy Drew, Sherlock Holmes, Rich Dad Poor Dad, Tenali Rama, Dr. Kalam, Wings of Fire, then Alice in Wonderland, Robin Hood, Vikram Vedar, Chanakya Niti, Gita Mahabharat, then this is Martin, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, College to
It's a holy book. I did it. Well, that's the first holy book of my life.
Instead of Education, then P.S. I Love You, 50 Shades of Grey, Atomic Habits, Who Will Cry When You Die, 5 AM Girls.
I am good.
You only
Club.
Yeah, 5 Club.
Okay, is it 21? And okay, Shreya, right? Shreya, you can do. What surprise can you expect from Booklet Guy? Happy reading and please give your honest feedback on this book. I would request to make my book as part of the library and I hope these people will step in and yeah. Thank you so much guys and girls for tolerating me for last 1 hour. Yeah, and let's make it journey together. Bye bye.
Now I would like to request Ms. Nisha to propose vote of thanks.
Okay, so as a kid, when we were told to write, like 2 to 3 hobbies in class, so I could always recollect of one. I didn't know what to write like second and third, so I always wrote reading because it was much easier. So though your teacher did not take you out to learn trigonometry, but today, through your session, you made me realize that there's so much more to this world and we can explore so much more through the books. Your session was well received, sir, and we could personally connect with your life stories. They were humorous, inspiring, and truly describe the quote, "Failures are the stepping stones to success." On behalf of KKCE, I extend a really hearty vote of thanks to you, Mr. Amrit Deshmukh, for sparing time from your busy schedule and giving us the opportunity to hear your thoughts. Your session inspired us to be tough like Krishna and to be selfless, which according to me is one of the most important quality of a teacher. I need to mention my deepest sense of appreciation for your ideas and elegance of explanation of everything. What an enlightening session it was. This session is surely going to encourage us in our future events, and Booklet Guy's spirit was truly felt today. Looking forward to hearing you speak again. Thank you, sir. And lastly, I would like to thank our principal and teachers to give us this opportunity to be a part of such a wonderful session. Thank you, everyone.
You made better summaries than me. Very good summary of my talk.